Hi again, everybody. So today we're going to talk about multi-digit multiplication. We're going to start out easy and go a little bit harder as we go. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you use the lattice method, which is fine. You can use that; it will always work. The only thing is, when you get to high school, this is going to be way faster. If you have to actually multiply something out, it's a lot faster than making the boxes. So I'm going to show you the way that traditional, I guess, way of doing multiplication. Okay. So you got two numbers. You always want your smaller number on the bottom, okay? So if I have one digit here and two digits here, if I had two-digit numbers, it won't matter. But if I have a one-digit number and a two-digit number, I want the one-digit number on the bottom. So just flip it around, because multiplication, it doesn't matter what order you do it. 36 times 4 is the same as 4 times 36, okay? Then you take your first number and you multiply the 4 times the ones digit. So 4 times 6 is 24. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put the ones digit, the 4, and you got to carry over the 20. You're in the tens digit, so I'm carrying over the 20 of the 24. So I always put the 4, carry the 2. Okay, and then I do 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 2 I had gives me 14. So 36 times 4 is 144. Okay, so if I have a three-digit times a one-digit, I would do 5, this one times this one times this one, then I'm going to do this one times this one. So I would do 5 times 2 is 10. I'm going to put the 0 of the 10 and carry over the 1. Okay, so this is 10, 1, 0. It's not going to be 1, 0. Okay, so if you look at it, it would be 1, 0 in that order 10. Then I'm going to do 5 times 1, which is 5. 5 plus the 1 is 6. I don't have anything to carry over. Then I would do 5 times 7. Now it's my last number, so I'm going to put the whole thing down. 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, so pretty easy. One digit, anything times a one digit. You just multiply all the numbers out. All right, here's where you really have to be careful how you line it up. This is going to be when you multiply by the 6. This is going to be, the next line is going to be when you multiply by the 2, okay? So I'm going to do the exact same thing I did up here, only I'm going to have two numbers and I'm going to add them up. So I'm going to totally ignore this 2 for right now. And I'm going to do the exact same thing I did up top. I would do 6 times 5 is 30. So I'm going to put a 0 and I'm going to carry over my 3. So it's 30. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. So that's 270. Now I'm done with that number, okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing for the 2, but I always have to be in the same column. So because I'm starting in the tens, I have to put a 0 placeholder, okay? So I have to have 1 0 placeholder. If I was in the hundreds, I would put 2 0 placeholders. So I'm always under the number I'm multiplying by. Then I'm done with the 6, I'm going to do the 2. 2 times 5, 2 times 4. So 2 times 5 is 10. I'm going to cross that one out because I'm carrying over a 1 now. 2 times 4, so I did this times this times this. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Then I'm going to add those two numbers together to get my answer. I get 0. Remember, you always add this way. 7, 9, 10, 11. I get 1,170. All right, so this one again, I had a 3-digit and a 2-digit, so I want the 2-digit on the bottom. I don't want the 3-digit on the bottom, then I got to multiply 3 numbers. Remember, the first one's going to be the 4, then you're going to have a 0 placeholder, and then you're going to multiply by the 9, okay? Always starting at the far right. I'm going to cover up my 9 because I'm not using it right now. 4 times 4, I'm going to do this times this. 4 times 4 is 16. I'm going to put my 6 in my 1. 16. Then I go to the 0. 4 times 0 is 0, but I got to add that 1, so I get 1. I have anything to carry over. 4 times 1 is 4. So it's this, this, this. You're starting at the far right. Okay, remember, I am done with the 4. I have to put a 1 placeholder. If I have one number done, 1 placeholder, 0 placeholder. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with the 9, okay? So I'm going to do 9 times 4, which is 36. I'm going to put my 6 of the 36, carry over the 3. So it's 36. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. I don't have anything to carry over here. 9 times 1 is 9. Add them up. 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. 4 plus 3 is 7. 9 plus nothing is 9. So that one's 9,776. Okay. All right. So what happens if I have a 3-digit times a 3-digit? Well, I'm going to do the same thing, only I'm going to have 3 numbers that I multiply. So first I'm going to multiply the 7. Then I'm going to multiply by the 5. Then I'm going to multiply by the 3. Okay? Now, the thing is placeholders. You got to remember them. So when we go through this, we got to make sure we're putting our placeholders in. All right. So again, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I start at the far right. 7 times 0 is 0. I don't have anything to carry over. So I did this times this. I'm going to do 7 times 7, which is 49. So I'm going to put the 9, carry the 4. Remember, it's got to be 49, not 94. All right, and then I do 7 times 4, which is 28. 28 plus 4 is 32. So this one is 3,200. I am done with the 7. I'm going to put a 0 placeholder, and then I'm going to do the 5, okay? I do the exact same thing. I go doop, doop, and then that. So 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 7 is 35. So I'm going to put the 5, carry over the 3. So it's 35. And then 5 times 4 is 20. It's the last number here, so I put the whole thing in. All right, now I'm done with the 5. I'm under the 3, which means I need a placeholder, because now I'm in the hundreds. So I have to start in the hundreds. Okay, so and then I start over. Once I put my placeholders in, it's pretty easy. I do 3 times 0 is 0. You want to line these up really well. I should have done them by the box. It would have been a lot easier. 3 times 7 is 21, so I'm going to put my 1. I'm going to carry over my 2. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. I'm going to add this big mess up. Remember, these two are my placeholders. I should make them a little darker. All right, then I add this up. I kind of have these out of whack here. This 5 should go up here, and this 3 should go up here. I didn't leave myself enough room. So I have 0. Remember, you're lining them up. 9 plus 0 plus 0 is 9. 2 plus 5 plus 0 is 7. 3 plus 0 plus 1. I should have lined these up a little bit better, right? We'll do one more where I line them up better. Then 2 plus 4 is 6. 1. Put my comma in so I can read it. I get 164,790. Okay, let's do one more. We'll do 123. I'm going to line them up in boxes. So 2, 3 times 456. So I'll line up the boxes a little better, a little bit smaller, but I'll line them up better. Okay, remember, I always start with this one. I don't need any placeholders because I'm in the ones column. 6 times 3 is 18. Put my 8, carry my 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus that 1 is 13. Carry my 1. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So my first number, that was what I did, times 6, is 738. All right, I am done with the 6, so I put one placeholder. Okay. 5 times 3, and then I just start over. 5 times 3 is 15. I'm still carrying a 1. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So I put the 1, carry the 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Okay. So here was my placeholder I had to put in. Now I'm done with the 5. So how many placeholders do I need? I need 2 of them. So 1, 2, because I'm done with 2 numbers. All right, then I start over again. 4 times 3, 4 times 2, 4 times 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Put my 2, carry my 1. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. I don't need to carry anything. 4 times 1 is 4. So when I line them up, it's a lot easier to see. I get 8 plus 0 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10, so I put 0, carry my 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 6 is 16. I get 56,000. I'm in the wrong place. 56,088. All right, so it's just a matter of, you literally do the same step over and over. You just got to remember your placeholders. So the easiest way to remember that is whatever number you're multiplying by. So if I was by the 6, I have to be in the column where the 6 is. If I'm multiplying by the 5, my first number has to be in this column. That's why I had a 0 here. When I was multiplying by the 4, my first number when I multiplied had to be in that column. That's what I mean by placeholders. All right, have a great day.